A very good evening to you and welcome to Rwanda Television News. My name is Sam Kalisa.
And I'm Fiona Mbabazi.
Kicking it off to the local scene, the Ministry of Education has announced that COVID-19 outbreak has not disrupted the rate at which children pass the national exams for primary and secondary schools.
At 12-year-old Rutaganira Ntwari Yasin's home, everyone in his household is congratulating him after emerging the best performer at the primary leaving examinations. The 12-year-old says that he never stopped studying even with the COVID-19 situation because his goal was always to excel in his exams.
During the pandemic, I committed to study from home to catch up on the lost time and getting ready for school when it resumes. I would wake up early, take my breakfast, and pursue my books.
Ntwari's parents attribute their son's success to support from his family, even during the tricky times of lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Leta Rwanda rero yashyizeho gahunda yo kohereza amasomo kuri televiziyo.
The government of Rwanda helped us when it put up classes via television and radio. But their school too switched to online classes. And us as parents, we would closely monitor to see if they were studying.
Dukurikije ayo masomo ikigo cyabo cyoherezaga online.
He never wasted any time. He set a timetable for himself to revise. He prioritized his time of study but also created time to play with other kids. I would advise other parents to commit and give their children time and follow up on their studies and ensure that all assignments are fully done, because I've learned that when a parent supports the child, they also put in effort to study. According to the results, overall PLE performance this year was 82.5%, up from 81.6% in 2019 and 81.4% in 2018. The Minister of Education, Dr. Uwamaria Valentin, says that in general, the COVID-19 pandemic did not affect students' success and thanked the parents for their dedication they showed during the pandemic.
Muri ya mezi amashuri yarafunze bigaragara ko ababyeyi bari bafite abakandida bazakora ibizamini bya leta.
In the months that the schools were closed, it was clear that the parents helped their children to study for their national exams more diligently. In addition to that, even school administrations put in more effort in preparing the children, which has enabled them to pass their exams.
Itsindire y'abana ahubwo kubera umwanya uhagije wo kwiga byatumye abana batsinda neza kurushaho.
For the primary school results, 14,037 pupils passed with first division, 54,214 in second division, and 75,817 pupils in third division. 44,176 students came in the uncategorized fifth division category and won't be allowed to advance to the next level. For the O-level results, 19,238 students passed in Division 1 or 15.8%, second division with 22,576 or 15.8%, 17,349 in the third division, accounting for 14.3%, and 45,842 in the fourth division, accounting for 37.7%. 16,466 students failed the national exam. A total of 251,906 wrote their 2019-2020 PLE exams, 136,830 of them girls, and 115,076 boys. For the O-level results, 121,626 students wrote the national exams, 66,240 girls, and 55,386 boys.
Thank you, Gloria, for that report. Now to a story that, of course, has sparked different reactions on the social media platform. The Ministry of Education has announced that over 60,000 candidates who did not get the pass mark will have to repeat class. Something new. However, some parents have applauded this move.
These candidates who did not get the pass mark are 44,176 for primary leaving education and 16,466 for O-level. This is something that has not been happening in the past years. However, some parents commended this.
Promoting a child from the first to the second and to the third year, yet they did not pass. Where do you get that confidence? Promoting a child yet they haven't passed is delaying them even more. They're the ones that will graduate but can't even say good morning.
Before, they could say that it is a way of helping them get more knowledge, but that is not true, because I think it not give out any results. Dr. Munyakayanza Jean-François, an expert in education and a university lecturer, says that making students repeat in the same classes because they haven't gotten to a certain level is a good thing. It will help this child to put in more efforts and pass those things that seem difficult for them. For example, in O-level, when you promote them, there are high chances that they might reach senior 6 not knowing anything. The other thing is that, yes, teachers play their roles, but parents have roles to play as well. So they should help them do their homeworks and revisions. I don't mean doing it for them, but facilitating them. On this, the Ministry of Education says those that did not get the pass mark have been asked to repeat their classes in the current year and will repeat national examinations. The Minister of Education, Dr. Wamalia Valentin, says the ministry will work with other institutions to help these children get promoted to the next level.
They will be helped. We'll work with the schools, but there are chances that some schools will have few students or even none. Some schools might even have a very big number of students, considering statistics from the previous years. We will work with institutions like REB and NESA so that the students can be facilitated.
The Ministry of Education also says it will work with local authorities, private and public school administrations to ensure that repeating classes for students will not result in some of them choosing to drop out of school. Moving ahead, the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Mukabadisa Donatil, says members of the Parliament need regular training in order to have the skills to help them fulfill their responsibilities in this changing world.
From Monday, members of the Rwandan Parliament will be in a 4-day workshop on ethics and values that should characterize an MP. The Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Donatel Mukabadisa, who officially opened the meeting, say that it is important that MPs always be trained because of the current state of affairs.
Nous sommes dans un monde qui change et qui évolue très rapidement. Les représentants du peuple.
We are in a world that is evolving and evolving at a very fast pace. So as community representatives, we have to work at the speed so that we give the citizens what they expect from us as they wish. I have no doubt that in these 4 days, we are going to spend time studying, sharing ideas, and even argue, but we will take away the higher capacity to deal with the serious problems we face every day in this work we do as MPs and for the people.
Que nous rencontrons au quotidien en rapport avec notre fonction de parlementaire et de personnalité publique.
The training was organized by Assemblée Parlementaire de la Francophonie. Honorable Laurent Welly from Switzerland, who is also leading the training team, stressed that public representatives should always gain knowledge in the interests of their representatives.
Ce séminaire, chers collègues, nous permettra à tous d'avoir une meilleure idée sur la façon dont les règles d'éthique.
This training will help us to have a better understanding of how values and conflicts of interest are implemented in the Francophonie Parliament. On the other hand, the establishment of these broad lines of ethics and principles will help to promote good governance and increase the confidence of the people in the electoral process. One of the principles of politics is that whoever is elected now, except for being an MP, is not above the law. Compliance with these ethical principles therefore leads to the rule of law as one of the strongest principles of the Francophonie community.
Une autre valeur fondamentale défendue par la francophonie.
Through cooperation between the two sides of the members of parliament, This is the second training they have received from the Francophonie Parliamentary Assembly, which was held in 2019.
To business matters now, some of the residents who were given loans to mitigate the effects of COVID-19 pandemic had on their businesses say that indeed these loans have really helped them. Now, some of them who got their loans in partnership with BDF spoke to RBA from Kayonza district. Officials from BDF are calling upon traders to join circles they work with because they still have money to aid their projects and businesses that were affected by COVID-19 pandemic. The 31 beneficiaries include those with bars that had been closed for a while because of the pandemic, as well as other businesses who say they are grateful for these loans that have helped them recover from the negative effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. They belong to a circle in Kabare sector, Kayonza district. The government of Rwanda in 2020 launched an economic recovery fund to help mitigate the impact of COVID-19, of course, on various businesses. BDF was then tasked with managing 5 billion through these circles. The Western Province received 1,259,415,000 with 1,329 projects benefiting from these. Southern Province received 925 million with 161,400, and all these went to 1,006 projects. The Northern Province received 631,353,000 with 681 projects benefiting, and the Eastern Province received 502,424,500 Rwandan francs with 526 projects benefiting. The city of Kigali received 221,235,000, going straight to 223 projects.
Still on business matters, during its customer service week, Equity Bank has pointed out that it is well positioned on the market with various services for their customers which they can easily access online, including money transactions via telephone with the newest products of Faster. Some customers say these products have helped them to get effective and timely services from the bank.
Equity provides us an excellent service with a great professionalism. We are happy to have some help every time we need some, and so we are very happy with this experience. But moreover, Equity has granted us a loan that has allowed us to purchase our new premises. And we have been, the École Belge de Kigali has been a school with a very high quality education, but we needed to upgrade with the quality of our premises. And so now we are able to extend our capacity with modern equipment. And so we are happy to have a partner which is very reliable and also very friendly.
Officials from Equity Bank says over the past 10 years, the bank has been expanding and growing based on its customer-centric performance, where it has now loaned about 227 billion Rwandan francs. According to the officials, promoting technology and service to the community is one of the reasons this bank continues to expand.
And on the telecommunications side, MTN Rwanda today launched their Iremerena promo and revamped YOLO offers as part of the 5th anniversary celebrations of YOLO. Now, the promotion will run through a 12-week period where prizes will be won on a daily and weekly basis. Among the list of prizes to be won include plasma TV screens, laptops, cash, motorcycles, mobile phones, and more. For the final prizes, 3 winners will receive a cash prize of 5 million Rwandan francs, which will be given to the first place, 3 million for the second place, and 2 million Rwandan francs for the third place. The MTN sales distribution consultant notes that they have chosen to focus on the youth to give them different opportunities to help them develop and cope with the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We wanted to recognize the efforts of the youth in being innovative, especially lately with the COVID-19 pandemic. There were so many initiatives the youth were having, and that's how, as MTN, we came up with those initiatives, as we celebrate the youth and the MTN customers in general. And as we wind up the year, our focus is on the youth.
n'abakiriya ba MTN ariko uyu mwaka twafokasinze ku rubyiruko